some anatomy of the pelvic floor and the pelvis. So we have two layers of the pelvic floor. The first layer of the pelvic floor is like a figure 8. It goes around the entrance of the vagina, it comes around the anus and up to the other side. Now, because they are like two circles, when you contract them, they squeeze shut, and that's what stops you leaking urine, wind and feces. So with the first layer, it needs to be strong, fast, and it needs to have good movement. The best cue to think about squeezing this pelvic floor is to think squeeze the anus, because it's going to get the first layer, the figure 8, but also the deep pelvic floor. If we take away the first layer of the pelvic floor and we look at the deep pelvic floor, you can see it goes the whole way around the pelvis. So you have your bladder sitting at the front, uterus and vagina in the middle, and then the bowel is at the back. With the deep pelvic floor, it's responsible for lifting up and supporting all of the pelvic organs. In Pilates, our breath is really important with the pelvic floor. When we take a breath in, our diaphragm, which is our breathing muscle, moves down. So, if I take a breath in, my diaphragm is going to move down to fill the lungs with air. The ribs move out and the pelvic floor is also going to descend. When I exhale, my ribs are going to close in, my diaphragm is pushing the air out of the lungs, so it's moving up, and the pelvic floor contracts as well. So when we are relaxing in Pilates, we take a big breath in to relax, and then we exhale and squeeze the pelvic floor, contract the abs, so everything works together. If we were to try and take a breath in and squeeze the pelvic floor, they're then working against each other. So we breathe in to relax, breathe out and contract. If I were doing an abdominal curl, I would be breathing in as I relax, and then I would be breathing out as I curl up, because I'm contracting my abs, contracting my pelvic floor, and that's going to help me perform the muscle correctly.